Your top stories this evening sponsored by Courts, bringing value home. Withholding census data undermines transparency, says leader of the PNCR, AUBREY Norton. Still, no confirmed date for 2025 cash grant transfer. President says this government always delivers. Spike in HIV cases across Guyana. Almost 500 new cases in 1 year. And entertainer one step closer to justice amid VIN and the luxury car duty evasion scheme. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Travis Chase with the Friday, November 28th edition of the HGP Nightly News. Here's what you need to know this evening. APNU is raising alarm over the 3-year delay in releasing Guyana's 2022 census results, accusing the government of withholding critical national data in violation of the law. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
Leader of the People's National Congress Reform, PNCR, AUBREY Norton, during a press conference on Friday, said the delayed release of Guyana's 2022 population and housing census has deepened national concern, with the opposition APNU accusing the government of failing to release information required by law. Enumeration began on September 15, 2022, under the standard 10-year cycle, and the Statistics Act 1965 and the Population and Housing Census Act 1998 legally required the Bureau of Statistics to collect, analyze, and publish the results. However, 3 years later, neither a preliminary report nor final findings have been made public.
Publishing this data is necessary to ensure transparency, proper planning, and good governance. Despite these clear legal obligations, the PPP has deliberately refused to release the 2022 population and housing census results. This is a cause for public concern.
Norton argues that a prolonged delay threatens the country's ability to plan effectively, noting that no sector can make informed decisions without updated demographic data.
Census data is the backbone of national planning. Without access to reliable census results, stakeholders across Guyana cannot make informed decisions.
Norton further alleges that the People's Progressive Party Civic PPPC government is intentionally withholding the census for political gain, stressing that accurate population figures play a major role in electoral preparation and strategic planning.
APNU places on record that withholding a Guyana $2 billion taxpayer-funded census for partisan benefits amounts to institutional corruption, as public resources are being manipulated for the PPP's political purposes rather than for the country's development.
Norton said the absence of census data has created a national vacuum, leaving businesses, NGOs, civil society groups, and international institutions without critical information needed for accountability and development. He added that the continued withholding of national statistics undermines transparency, weakens institutions, and erodes public trust.
3 years without census data is not a delay. It is a profound failure of governance that undermines every national decision.
Earlier this week, Senior Minister with responsibility for finance, Dr. Ashni Singh, said he is still awaiting a definitive update on the overdue 2022 population and housing census, and emphasized that the government is also eager for the final report to be released. The Bureau of Statistics' last public update was in October 2024, when officials promised the early findings would be released soon. More than a year later, no information has been published. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Tiana. Under mounting pressure to clarify when Guyanese can expect their promised cash grant, President Irfaan Ali on Thursday declined to provide a specific date. More in this report. During a campaign stop at Eccles on August 26, 2025, the president had told supporters that if citizens behave themselves, they could look forward to a cash grant in time for Christmas. But with just 27 days remaining before the holiday, there is still no firm indication of whether the payout will materialize before year end. The president was questioned by reporters on the sidelines of the swearing-in ceremony for regional chairpersons and vice chairs at the Arthur Chung Conference Center on Thursday.
Our government always delivers, and as I have said, there are a series of initiatives that I'll be announcing. And whilst you may restrict your thoughts to just a cash bonus, this government has a very elaborate agenda for the upliftment of your life.
When pressed again for a clear timeline regarding the 2025 cash transfer, the president maintained his position.
For the improvement of your life, for building prosperity for you, for building prosperity for your community, for empowering you, for giving you the opportunity to live a life that you have access to the best health care, best education, home ownership, reduced interest rate, access to low-cost, low-interest business development loans and grants with no collateral.
Last year, every adult Guyanese received a $100,000 government-issued cash grant. More recently, Vice President Barjack reiterated that no citizen would be excluded from the upcoming payout due to the absence of a bank account.
Don't narrow your thinking. Don't narrow your approach of life to just one facet of what the government will deliver. There are many facets of what your government will deliver to you, my darling. Thank you.
President Ali had also signaled earlier this month that before year end, he intends to outline a series of new measures, including direct cash support that will be delivered through a digital payment platform, encouraging citizens to prepare accordingly. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News. Our developing story, Guyana is facing a worrying spike in HIV infections this year, with new data revealing a sharp rise that health officials say could have been prevented. Tiana Cole is on this story.
As Guyana prepares to observe World AIDS Day, Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony is urging citizens to get tested, protect themselves, and confront the stigma that continues to drive the spread of HIV.
In the past year here in Guyana, we would have diagnosed at least 449 new infections. And again, many of this could have been prevented if we get people to understand how to prevent these infections.
Speaking at the National Workplace Policy Forum at the Arthur Chung Conference Center on Friday, Dr. Anthony said the latest UN AIDS figures signal that Guyana must urgently rethink how it approaches testing, protection, and education.
Today, we want to know early because we can treat you early and prevent complications from happening. So if you're positive, come, we have all the medication to make sure that we can treat you and that you become virally suppressed.
Guyana currently has approximately 10,000 people living with HIV, in numbers stabilized through widespread access to medication. However, officials say a worrying trend is emerging. Young adults in their 20s are now driving a significant portion of the new infections. Dr. Anthony emphasized that Guyana is in a stronger financial position than several countries in the region, noting that the national HIV response is fully funded by the government.
Every test, every tablet for HIV or ARVs that we're using, and the tests to do to check to see whether people are virally suppressed is from the funds that have been provided by the government of Guyana.
Despite treatment being free of cost, many citizens still hesitate to seek help due to the persistent stigma.
People don't want to come to the clinic because they feel somebody's going to see them and what they're going to think of them.
To address this challenge, self-testing kits are now available so individuals can check their status privately. Additionally, the ministry has invested nearly $500,000 in viral load machines to strengthen monitoring and improve treatment outcomes nationwide. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Tiana, for your reporting. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
It's the Black Friday sale at Courts for one day only, November 28th from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Don't miss out. Up to 80% off store-wide on select furniture, appliances, and electronics. Plus, free gifts with select purchases and an exciting day of Black Friday deals. Shop now and pay later with Courts Ready Finance. Grab these deals before they're gone. Don't miss the Black Friday sale. Only at Courts. Bringing value home. Offer valid November 28th, 2025.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc., powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
Establishment. No job is too small or too large. We specialize in all types of fabricating machinery, excavator repairs, rice field pumps, and hydraulic hoses. Visit us at Lot 113, Block CC, Monrepo, East Coast, and Marara, or call 220-9624-629-4021 or 619-7880. At Krishna Roth Establishment, no job is too small or too large.
Thanks for staying tuned to the HGP Nightly News. Vending is a livelihood, not a crime, and Guyana deserves a clear, consistent vending policy. So says Simone Brooms, leader of the ALP, who expressed disappointment with the government's handling of the Stabroek Market beautification project.
What is a clear policy? You're talking about the beautification and all of that. Who will be disrupted? Is there a place for you? Where do these people go?
That was Simona Brooms, leader of the Liberty and Justice for Prosperity LJP, adding our voice to the decision taken by government to erect a wall blocking vending in the vicinity of the Stabroek Market. Brooms is now calling on the government to publish transparent, countrywide vending guidelines so vendors would know where they can operate, how to register, and how enforcement will happen without harassment or political interference.
I will call again on the government, and I want Guyanese to understand that we have 3 levels of governance. One is the national, regional, and the local arm of governance.
Brooms believe if the different levels of governance are guided by policy, then what transpired on Thursday at Stabroek Square would never happen.
We cannot speak about democracy, we cannot speak about constitutional reform when we have these serious pillars that we are disregarding, one such as the local government.
She is of the view that these bodies exist for a reason and that vending is a livelihood, not a crime. Hence, Guyana deserves a clear, consistent vending policy.
Am I against order? No. Do I believe we got to have organized vending and all of that? Yes. The city needs to be beautified, yes. But how are we going to do it?
Brooms believe that our blueprint for prosperity affirms that economic participation, especially for vendors, small operators, and small-scale merchants, must be governed by systems that are fair, structured, and empowering, not punitive. Marvin Cato reporting for HGP Nightly News.
Although mining is a critical stimulant to the nation's economy, leader of the People's National Congress Reform, Aubrey Norton, has roasted the government over its failures to enforce regulations that promote safer mining practices. Antonio Day has been following this developing story.
Leader of the People's National Congress Reform, Aubrey Norton, on Friday, raised concerns amid allegations of unsafe working conditions raised by workers within Aurora Gold Mines, AGM. In response to questions by Nightly News as to whether operations of the mining company can be halted, given these circumstances, Mr. Norton said the state must enforce regulations that promote safer mining practices.
It is the obligation of the government to ensure that there are clear rules and regulations, and the Ministry of Labor should ensure that they are compliant with. As we said in the press statement, there's a problem of enforcement.
Nightly News understands that there has been reports describing hazardous underground working conditions, insufficient protective gear, unhygienic accommodation, inconsistent wage payments, and discriminatory treatment meted out to local workers. Workers have also deplored what appears to be levels of favoritism between them and foreign employees. Norton said that the matter falls squarely at the feet of the state. He asserted that when the state is corrupt, it cannot administer the law in an effective manner.
It's a problem of governance. Unless we can deal with the corruption and the problems in the system, it's going to be very difficult to enforce the law. When institutions, foreign or local, believe that they can bribe individuals and get past the system.
Over the past several years, there have been several fatal pit collapses, accidents on mining operations, and allegations of environmental and occupational violations. Norton demanded a full independent investigation into AGM and its subcontractors, as well as a national mining safety audit. The former opposition leader recalled for strict enforcement and meaningful accountability in relation to mining operations, as workers must no longer be risking their lives due to unsafe practices.
It becomes a clear question of enforcement and ensuring that you have a system that is legitimate and remove the high level of corruption that characterizes the Guyana system at present.
A Partnership for National Unity's Shadow Minister of Public Service and Natural Resources, Sharma Solomon, recently criticized the government over what he describes as a deepening crisis at the Aurora Goldfield operation, now managed by Shishing Mining. His comments follow a widely circulated video showing a visibly frustrated underground worker confronting a manager over the prolonged unavailability of essential safety equipment they were requesting for months. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Antonio. A young entertainer who is a victim of the ongoing luxury car racket is one step closer to justice. You'll hear more in this report. Entertainer Rose Young, who recently revealed that he was caught in what investigators describe as a major luxury car duty evasion and VIN tampering network operating in Guyana, is now one step closer to justice. Young confirmed that shortly after HGP Nightly News exposed his case, officers from the Guyana Revenue Authority contacted him directly, examined his vehicle, and verified that both the engine and VIN have been tampered with.
GRA, they contacted me and told me to bring in the car. They want to do one more inspection just to confirm something. And we carried the car to a mechanic shop. They wanted to see the serial number on the engine. And guess what, guys? It wasn't the serial number.
The entertainer said he believed he had purchased a legitimate vehicle until he noticed troubling inconsistencies. The chassis marking did not match the registration documents, and the VIN plate appeared to have been altered.
Imagine I buying a vehicle and no chassis number, and the vehicle manipulated, plus the engine number is not on the registration.
As explosive audio recordings continue to surface, linking a prominent Guyanese auto dealer to a sophisticated retagging and vehicle fraud operation, Young insists on a full, transparent investigation, tougher oversight, and stronger consumer protections, warning that unsuspecting buyers could end up with invalid paperwork, void insurance, and unusable vehicles. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News. Stay with us. You're watching the HGP Nightly News.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and we're celebrating with big savings on smartphones, starting as low as $16,500 for the Samsung A06 and $26,500 for the Samsung A16 and $40,500 for the A26. But wait, there's more. Get 1 month free data with your new phone to keep you close to loved ones near and far. Offer available while stocks last. Visit a Digicel store today and unwrap the gift of real connections. Digicel.
Vival Supermarket appreciates you, and our 17th Customer Appreciation Day sale is set for December 2nd, 2025, from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Shop at Survival and get a 10% discount throughout the supermarket, except alcohol and tobacco products. Yes, it's in time for the holiday season, with a big 10% discount from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. at Survival. The Customer Appreciation Day sale, December 2nd, Survival Supermarket, Sheriff Street and St. Road.
It's the Black Friday sale at Courts for 1 day only, November 28th from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Don't miss out. Up to 80% off store-wide on select furniture, appliances, and electronics. Plus, free gifts with select purchases and an exciting day of Black Friday deals. Shop now and pay later with Courts Ready Finance. Grab these deals before they're gone. Don't miss the Black Friday sale. Only at Courts, bringing value home. Offer valid November 28th, 2025.
Welcome back to the HGP Nightly News. Traffic ranks across Guyana were left in a state of limbo this morning as one directive was sent to them from the corridors of power, only to be overturned hours later.
The Guyana Police Force Traffic Department was left in a state of limbo Friday morning as traffic heads were greeted with a message from the corridors of power to desist with immediate effect from having their subordinates carry out any exercise or exercises for tents. Though the message came with orders for strict compliance, there was then a release by the Minister of Home Affairs that the information being circulated was malicious and misleading. The minister went further to say that a policy announcement will be issued in the coming days with this regard. The Guyana Police Force subsequently issued a formal statement on the issue in which it noted that the GPF has observed with serious concern several online statements asserting that the force has been directed to discontinue all tent-related enforcement exercises. The GPF categorically refutes these claims as no such directive has been issued at any level of command. Regional commanders, it was stated, are hereby reminded that all members of the public are required to comply with the laws of Guyana, including the extraction and regulation of motor vehicle window tint as prescribed under the Motor Vehicles and Road Traffic Act. Ranks are expected to continue enforcing all relevant statutory provisions in accordance with established operational protocols. The release by the minister and subsequently the GPF begs the question, where did the initial statement to divisional heads come from? The Guyana Police Force has also in its release stated that unfounded publications constitute a clear act of public mischief and bear the potential to mislead right-thinking citizens, erode public confidence, and distract from the lawful mandate of the force. The GPF cautions members of the public against circulating unverified information which may compromise public order or impede legitimate law enforcement operations and encourages citizens to rely exclusively on official communication channels for accurate information. Marvin Cato reporting for HGP Nightly News.
The Worship in Spirit and Truth Ministries International will be ushering the festive season with its theatrical production of Jingles of Freedom, slated for Saturday, November 29, 2025, at the National Cultural Center. Antonio Day spoke with facilitator Sandira Ramnarine and her team, and he reports now.
The National Cultural Center on Saturday will come to life with its theatrical production of Jingles of Freedom to usher in the Christmas season. Organizers Adrian Ajade, Naya Goodrich, and Sanya Ramnarai of the Worship in Spirit and Truth Ministries International sat down with Nightly News.
So the Jingles of Freedom is definitely going to be an event for the entire family. You can come experience good community, firstly, peace, freedom, God's love. It is an event you do not want to miss.
Goodrich detailed the role she will play in the theatrical production.
The character is based on somebody that sees someone suffering and in pain and just wants to be that person to reach out that hand.
Sandy Ramnarai, founder of the WIS Ministries International and one of the directors, said the production also creates a sense of reassurance to believers, which is happening at the time to ushering the Christmas season.
The entire focus of our Christmas production is to remind people of the true reason for the Christmas season and to give to our audience something from the Word of God so that they can live and even dwell in their Christmas season with a piece of what Christmas is.
Ramnarai added that the event also presents an opportunity for people to make contributions towards the renovation of the Haruni girls' home along the Suicide-Linden Highway. She informed Nightly News that regrettably, due to the current state of the orphanage, many of the girls were displaced.
WIS is hoping that the Guyanese public will become more aware of the Haruni Girls' Home and aware of the need of the Haruni Girls' Home, and that persons will be encouraged to donate so that the girls can return, and even new occupants, children that are in need of this kind of space, will be able to access the service.
Meanwhile, Adrian Ajade, who will also be playing a role in the theatrical production, also made this appeal.
I'm not the only man in the production.
Yes.
There are other men dancing. Notice I'm saying
Yes.
men.
Yes.
There are other men a part of this. So we hope that you come out and that you're blessed as well.
Tickets cost $2,000, $1,500, and $1,000, and can also be accessed at locations such as WIS Ministries head office on Lamaha Street, Sylvie's Variety Store, National Cultural Center, and the Amazonia Mall. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Antonio, for your reporting. Stay tuned for regional news.
From Josh chocolates, Ping pong, everybody wants some. Roasted peanuts is the true number one. Ping pong, you better get a handful. This chocolate is so incredible. What's the snack everybody craves for? Ping pong bongs into flavor. Chocolate coated peanuts. Delicious top class A+. Ping pong. Ping pong. From Josh chocolates, bongs into flavor.
These nice products I spoke with proper things. Peppies, you get the best and these things. Oh no, bless up.
Okay. Pack up these things. Yellow, you put the things in the car.
Loving you is easy cause you're beautiful. Do-da-do-da-do. I love you, and you, and you, and you, and you. I love all of you.
Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
And you. I love Peppies.
This Christmas runs on real connections with Digicel. The calls, the laughter, the joy, and the chance to pick and win big. We're giving away $12 million. Yes, every week, one lucky Digicel customer gets a chance to win up to $2 million. 6 lucky winners in total. Here's how you get in. Top up with $1,000 or more, or pay your fiber or postpaid bill in full. The more you top up, the more chances you get. Stay connected this Christmas for your chance to win big. Digicel.
Say hello to your new favorite sip, Fruta Mango Passion. This tropical combo of mango and passion fruit delivers a bold flavor and wholesome goodness. It's fruity, it's vibrant, and it fits right into your day. Grab your Mango Passion can today and live fruitfully. Fruta.
Good evening and welcome to Friday's edition of the Regional News. I'm Antonio Day. We begin with some exciting news in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In a landmark political transformation, the New Democratic Party, NDP, has secured victory in the 2025 national elections, concluding a quarter-century period
outside the government's central leadership. Dr. Godwin Friday, the party leader, will become the island's fifth prime minister since its 1979 independence, after winning a tightly contested electoral race against long-serving former Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves. The NDP's strategic campaign culminated in securing 11 parliamentary seats, effectively ending Gonsalves' extended political tenure. As the new Prime Minister prepares to assume office, national attention will focus on his proposed policy initiatives for addressing the island's economic and social challenges. The Prime Minister announced on NBC Radio that Friday will be a public holiday to allow people to come together and celebrate after the campaign. He also mentioned a celebration at Heritage Square to foster unity and encourage everyone to move forward as one. Quoting, "The election is behind us now, and I want us to see this country coming together, and we put ourselves and our backs to the wheel and quickly work to build St. Vincent and the Grenadines for us all." Over to news in Jamaica. The Jamaican government reassured the public and potential visitors that there is no need to panic amid concerns of a leptospirosis outbreak following Hurricane Melissa's passage on October 28. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton emphasized the importance of raising awareness without causing fear, noting that 14 leptospirosis-related deaths, 6 confirmed. Assessments showed satisfactory water supply levels in affected areas. Now we end with some news in Antigua and Barbuda. The government of Antigua and Barbuda has approved a 3-pronged holiday relief package designed to ease cost of living pressures and support local businesses during the Christmas season, with measures including a reinstated Christmas barrel. This initiative is a temporary sales tax reduction and duty waivers on festive foods. The Christmas barrel program will run from December 1 to January 15, requiring only a $10 processing fee plus the revenue recovery charge, which is 10% of the value of items being imported. That has brought us to the end of Friday's edition of the Regional News. I am Antonio Day. Goodbye for now, and remember, success is a journey, not a destination. Have a great weekend.
Let's join Delvin Neblett for HGP's Sports Pulse.
Good evening, Guyana. I'm Delvin Neblett with your HGP TV Sports Pulse for today, Friday, November 28, 2025. We begin tonight with motor racing. The Guyana Motor Racing and Sports Club will be hosting their Drag Wars 4, the International Showdown race meet on Sunday, November 30, 2025 at the South Dakota Drag Strip from 8 hours. The region's fastest cars and bikes will be in action as Guyana and Suriname battle it out on the quarter mile. The event will serve as the decisive finale of the 2025 drag racing season, where champions across multiple classes of the GMRNSC Drag Racing Championship will be officially crowned. Organizers are anticipating more than 100 competitors, making it one of the largest participant turnouts in recent years. Moving into football, action is set to conclude in the 2025 ExxonMobil Guyana Futsal Tournament with 2 fixtures at the Retrieve Hard Court in Linden on Saturday. DC Ballers and the Hard Knocks will do battle in the third-place playoff as the defending champions YMCA will take on the Silver Bullets in the grand finale. Moving into golf, the Lusignan Golf Club is set to host the Rommel Golf Tournament on Sunday, November 30, 2025. According to organizers, the event is designed to unite players of varying skill levels for a welcoming and enjoyable experience both on and off the course. The tournament is scheduled to tee off at 9 hours, adopting a medal play format over 9 holes with a shotgun start. This structure promotes an engaging and cohesive pace of play, allowing all groups to begin simultaneously. Competitors will be placed into 3 handicap flights, 0 to 9, 10 to 18, and 19 to 28, ensuring a fair and balanced contest for every participant. Beginners will also have a separate category to encourage newcomer participation. Prizes will be presented for best net in each flight, overall best best net, best gross, most honest player, nearest to the flag on the ninth green, and the longest drive on the ninth hole. Registration for the tournament via contact with the Lusignan Golf Club will close at 5 p.m. on Saturday, November 29, 2025. Into chess, action is set to conclude this weekend in the Guyana Chess Federation IC-sponsored Grand Prix 2 chess tournament. After 4 rounds of intense action, which commenced last Saturday at School of the Nations in Georgetown, Caron Sandiford leads in the open category, followed closely by FIDE Masters Anthony Drayton and Roel Alicock, both tied on 3.5 points. Woman candidate master Aditi Joshi leads the female category of 17 participants, followed by Katali Assam, Triscole Archibald, and CL Clement. The remaining 4 rounds are scheduled for Saturday, November 29th and Sunday, November 30th, also at the School of the Nations in Georgetown. And finally, in cricket, England under-19 boys bounced back to secure their second victory against the West Indies under-19 in the 5th Youth ODI at the Grenada National Cricket Stadium in St. George's on Wednesday. Winning the toss and batting first, the Windies reached 276 for 9 of their allotment of 50 overs. Zachary Carter top scored with 87 from 59 and Matthew Miller added 44 from 71 as the captain Farhan Ahmed, Luke Hand and Manny Lumsden each picked up 2 wickets. When England responded, they reached 277 for 8 from 49 overs on the back of a brilliant knock of 97 from Ben Dawkins. Isaac Mohammed also played well for 74 from 75 in the 2-wicket victory, as both Jakeem Pollard and Vital Laws picked up 3 wickets in a losing effort. The West Indies under-19 now take a narrow 3-2 lead heading into the penultimate 6th Youth ODI scheduled to commence at 9 hours on Saturday at the Grenada National Cricket Stadium in St. George's. That's it for this edition of the HGP TV Sports Pulse. I'm Delwyn Nevlet reminding you to stay in the game.
Withholding census data undermines transparency, says lead of the PNCR, Aubrey Norton. Still no confirmed date for 2025 cash grant transfer. President says this government always delivers. Spike in HIV cases across Guyana, almost 500 new cases in 1 year. Entertainer, one step closer to justice amid VIN and luxury car duty evasion scheme. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Travis Chase. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.